Hi, hello there. Welcome to my channel, Maze's Life. And in today's video, we're going to go over my week 4 budget check-in. So if you're interested, please stick around, but we're going to go ahead and get started. So here, as always, in the upper left-hand corner, I have my 9 to 5 job, income listed right here. Nothing has changed. And then I have my second job that I work. So my first job, I work from 7:30 to 4. However, starting on Monday, July 27th, I'll begin working from 7 to 3:30, and that's because my second job, I'll now be working from 4 till 9, 10, 11-ish, depending on just the game and how everything goes. So last week, I brought in, I think it was this $593.35. I had budgeted to spend, or to receive, sorry, for my second job, $2,000. So this estimated pay line right here is that $2,000 minus what I've received. So that means that my next paycheck, which I'll see the pay stub on Tuesday, but I'll already see the money pending in my account tomorrow, Monday, should be, hopefully, no less than $206.45. I actually think it'll be more than that. I think it'll be a little over $300 because I can see my gross pay and it's over $400. So I'm thinking after taxes it'll be over $300. So I will be more than on track for my income goals, not the original ones, but my income goals now for July. So now we're going to move on down, scrolling, and now we're going to get to the expenses portion. We're going to go over my week for spending. So here on the left-hand side, my expenses, they have not changed. For my personal and beauty section, I have spent $16.60 this past week. I bought some blush because I was completely out and I was using my lipstick for my blush, which was working perfectly fine, but then I'm also running out of lipstick. So I just bought some blush on Amazon. It'll get here tomorrow. And then I needed some new sunglasses because I think I completely lost my old ones. So I always get cheap sunglasses because I lose them. So I got a $5 pair that I really like. They look really good from Five Below. And then I got a $1.50 pair from $1.50 pair from Dollar Tree that I'll wear to like the lake and whatnot in the river. Alright, and you can see here I am in the whites, I'm not in the red. I did go a little bit over, but this is perfectly fine for me just to go over and it not be in the red, which it'll be in the red if it's more than $2 over, and it stays in the green as long as it's more than $4 over. So that's why it's, the negative 138 here, but it's positive 243 here. I do a 2 to 4 difference, sorry. My parking and work category, I haven't spent any money in this category this week, and the reason why I'm even mentioning it is because I do have $7.15 left to spend. I did plan to go to the state fair this month. It just has not worked out because either I have been working or because I work typically around a 15-hour day. When I finally do take days off, I just want to stay home or I want to catch up with friends. Either doing relaxing things like going down to the river or going down to the lake, or I'm catching up at their baby shower or at a club or at, just dinner at their house or something, it's not the state fair. So that's why I had that $7.15 still budgeted. If I do go to the state fair next week, it'll be either on Tuesday or Wednesday because I took those days off because there's good performers on that days. If I don't, then I probably won't spend anything in the parking category. But that'll be next week's problem. For fun, I have $57.73 left to spend, but I did not spend anything. And that $57.73 is to be for my state fair ticket, which I can get them at the grocery store for $14, and then maybe like a snack or something, maybe like one ride. if I for one day, and then I had budgeted that for 2 days at the state fair for the whole month. Sorry, I skipped over my utilities. I spent $28.65 on my home security system, but it's an automatic payment that comes out every single month. Alright, then moving down to household, I spent $15 on laundry. I do not have laundry in my apartment that I live in. I have to take my laundry somewhere and pay to have it washed and dried. Then moving down to gas, I got a full tank of gas at Costco just today. It was $63.12. I do not think I'll spend any more money for the rest of the month on gas now that I have a fully full tank. So I'm going to lower my budget from $175 to $145. And I'm not going to mess with my household budget either, simply because I think I might do laundry tomorrow. So I don't know how much money I'll need for the laundry, but I'm not going to mess with it. Then let's move down to food out. So this past week at work, I was craving chocolate chips, like a chocolate chip cookie or a chocolate cake or something. And I went walking around downtown, and then I ended up at a food buffet. I spent $15.76 at a food buffet. And then today, actually, I was craving potato wedges, and I spent $4.99 on potato wedges. So that's where that budget came from today. Next, I have my tithing, church, and giving. So I spent $195.12 on giving. That was to buy books for a classroom. I bought like 25 books for a classroom. And then $20.26 on some church materials. An apologetic study guide. Alright, applied to debt. So I have reoccurring payments of $46 to one credit card and then $37.16 on my cameras. But I also had to spend $8.33 on the credit card that I paid off this month, the California Coast Credit Union card that I paid off this month, because I had some interest on there that I needed to pay off, that calculated on the 21st. So now I don't have to make, hopefully, any more payments. There shouldn't be any more interest. My Wells Fargo card, I'm still working with the bank on that. They credited me back a surplus, so I had a surplus of $150. Oh, if you're new, my credit card was stolen. It was used most likely by the homeless because of where I could see the charges being purchased at. And it was also only in my area, and I do see homeless shifting through my trash, and they stole it out of my trash, basically. So, they worked with Wells Fargo. After weeks, like 2-3 weeks, they gave me a surplus, so I actually had a surplus in my account of a balance of a positive $155. And then I checked again on Monday, and I was back at negative $115. I called them up, and they said, "Oh, you didn't report these items stolen." I was like, "Yes, I did." And the lady was like, "Okay, well, I'll send you a letter. We'll get it reported stolen." So then I said, "I've already done this before. What do I need to do to ensure that this doesn't happen again?" And she said, "I'm sending you the letter. That's all we can do." I was like, "Okay, that's all you can do." All right, so they have credited me back again, so now I have a surplus of $1.53 in my account. But that's my Wells Fargo credit card update. But yes. Okay, moving down to groceries. I spent $7.15 on chicken. Alright, then for health, I had my reoccurring on my payment of $35 for my chiropractor. I have $63.43 still left on the account because I started therapy. I think I mentioned that last week. I started therapy. So that's $60 every 2 weeks because I see them every 2 weeks. Okay, so I now have, all this money in green, still have to spend $147.60. but I have $198.48. That's not even included in this amount. It's included right here, the $346.08, that I haven't even budgeted for yet. And I think I'll get an extra $100. So, it's going to be one of two things. I'm just going to put it all towards debt, which I think will likely be the case. I'll just put it all, the extra, towards debt. However, my best friend's daughter is turning 15 next month, and so I've been invited to a quince. I've never been, but the attire is formal wear, and I do not have any formal clothing. I used to be 250 pounds, and when I was 250 pounds, I bought a formal dress for a quince, but I've since donated that dress, and I no longer have anything. And it was also a size 18, and now I'm currently a size 10, 12. I asked one of my best friends, who has recently lost a bunch of weight, if I could have one of her old dresses, and she's going to have me try it on. But that dress is a size 14. Like I said, I'm a size 10, 12, and I believe that friend is like an 8, 10. I'm going to ask her if I can get the dress tailored, because it doesn't fit her anyways. And if she says yes, then I figure that tailoring a dress would be cheaper than... Sorry, cars driving by. But I figure that tailoring a dress would be cheaper than buying a formal dress for a 5'9" woman with my body shape. Because I see dresses that could pass for formal all the time. I went to Ross today. I went to Nordstrom's. I went to Burlington's. I went to all these stores I normally go to that are cheaper, and I even went to Nordstrom Rack. Sorry, I didn't go to Nordstrom. I went to Nordstrom Rack. And they had cheaper formal dresses, but they were not long enough for me because I'm 5'9", and I'm not skinny. So tomorrow I'm going to go to a couple of thrift stores in like richer areas than the area that I live in. I've tried the Folsom thrift stores, the thrift stores in Folsom, but a lot of skinny women must live there because all the good formal dresses in Folsom are size 2, size 4, and I'm a size 10, 12. So, I've looked online. I saw that Fashion Nova had a cute dress. Maybe I can show on the screen real quick. So I liked this dress, like for instance from Fashion Nova, but it's $80. So, yeah, I don't think I want to spend that much money, but I also don't know how much money to spend on a formal dress. So I'm going to look around for some cheaper options near me. If I were to buy online, from Fashion Nova, it says it takes 3 to 7 business days. I'm going to try on Amazon maybe for some cheap dresses, but again, the issue isn't necessarily finding a cheap formal dress. It's finding a cheap formal dress that fits my body shape, even if it doesn't fit my body shape. Like, I could just pin it and make something work. But it's not going to be for 5'9", my body height. So that's the only thing that I'm worried about. And that's the only thing that I'll end up spending money on, either on this month's paycheck and budget or on next month's budget. I'm not sure. But that is going to be it. From there, that's where we'll wrap up today's video. Thank you so much for following along. My next video will probably be in a couple days to wrap up my July 2026 budget and then my August budget and so on. So thank you so much. If you stay to the end of the video, I'd love to have you join me on this financial journey. So please click the like and subscribe. and I'll see you next video. Bye-bye.